자, 그러면 2월 1일 수요일 모닝 헤드라인즈 뉴스캐스터 레이와 함께 시작합니다.
The IMF has revised down Korea's growth forecast for this year by 0.3 percentage points, in contrast to its outlook for the overall global economy, which saw a markup of 0.2 percentage points from October.
국제통화기금 IMF가 올해 세계 경제 성장률을 작년 10월에 전망한 수치 대비 0.2%포인트 올렸으나 우리나라의 경제 성장률은 0.3%포인트 하향 조정했습니다.
The White House has announced plans to terminate on May 11th its COVID national and public health emergencies put in place nearly 3 years ago during the Trump administration.
미국 정부는 트럼프 정부 때 선포된 코로나 공중보건 비상사태를 3년여 만인 오는 5월 11일에 종료할 예정이라고 밝혔습니다.
Soaring utility bills are pinching many household budgets across Korea as the average price of heating bills skyrocketed over the past year by more than 50%.
난방비의 평균 가격이 지난해에 비해 50% 이상 치솟으면서 전국적으로 시민들의 가계 부담이 가중되고 있습니다.
The death toll at a mosque suicide bombing, which targeted policemen in Pakistan, has risen to at least 100 people in what has become one of the worst attacks in the country in recent years.
파키스탄에서 경찰을 겨냥한 이슬람 사원 자살폭탄 테러의 사망자 수가 최소 100명으로 늘어났으며 최근 수년간 파키스탄에서 발생한 최악의 테러 중 하나로 기록됐습니다.
The Jewish descendants of an owner of a Picasso painting who sold it under duress have launched a lawsuit against the Guggenheim Museum in New York, demanding the artwork be returned to its rightful owners.
강압에 의해 피카소의 그림을 판 한 유대계 소유자의 유족들이 최근 뉴욕에 위치한 구겐하임 미술관을 상대로 해당 작품을 반환하라는 소송을 제기했습니다. And those are our headlines today. Morning headline expressions. Let's have a look at our key expressions. I'm not wearing a hoodie today. In contrast to what I'm wearing, Ray is wearing a hoodie.
That's right. So contrast means it shows a difference.
In contrast는 대비된다, 대조를 이룬다라는 뜻이에요. 그래서 오늘 한 명은 후디를 입고 한 명은 후디를 입지 않았다. 이런 예를 들었는데요. You can say it for anything.
Yeah, you can even say like our accents maybe, right?
Okay,
like I have a North American accent. In contrast, you have a British accent when you speak English.
Yeah, exactly. In contrast to something. 무언가와 대조를 이룬다라는 의미가 되겠죠. So in the first story, we learned that the IMF has laid out its latest projection for 2023. For the global economy, it says that the growth rate is higher now than it was a couple of months ago.
In their forecast,
in
right.
Their forecast,
They've increased their forecast.
Yes.
They think it's going to be, they're going to grow a little bit more than they thought in October.
But for Korea, in contrast to that...
Opposite.
Yes.
They think the Korean economy will not grow as much as they thought it was going to back in October.
네, 뭐뭐와는 상반되게 이런 느낌으로 보시면 되겠습니다. The next term is to terminate.
Right, and I think of one of my favorite movies, The Terminator. If you terminate something, you end it. Kill it, it's done.
All I know from that movie is Hasta la vista,
Hasta
baby.
la vista, baby, yeah.
그거밖에 모르는데
I'll be back. You don't know that one?
I'll be back도 있었죠. 슈워츠네거가 그런 유명한 대사를 남겼잖아요. 그래서 Terminator라는 것은 뭔가를 이렇게 파멸시키는 뭐 로봇. Was he a robot? 로봇이었죠.
He was a Terminator.
영화를 잘 안 봐가지고 네, 그런 거였는데 terminate라는 동사 자체가 끝내다 이런 의미가 있습니다. You could terminate a contract.
Sure.
You could terminate
Someone's employment.
Someone's employment. There you go. Yeah. Let's move on to the next expression, and it's to skyrocket.
go up. And we're talking about numbers, right?
Yeah.
So prices, for example, someone's weight maybe could skyrocket. That's not a good one. Debt, like these kind of things. And it means and it also has the implication that it happened very, very quickly, very suddenly, and by a lot.
By a lot. 꽤 많은 그런 정도로 인해서 무언가 수치가 급등하는 거죠. 그래서 진짜 로켓이 천천히 올라가지 않잖아요. 확 이렇게 올라가죠. 그래서 skyrocket라는 동사는 급등하다, 치솟다라는 의미로 비즈니스 뉴스, 이코노미 뉴스에서 많이 나옵니다. 다음은요. To target something or someone.
Right, to target something. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're shooting something, right, like say you're doing archery, you're shooting at a target. So you're aiming at that. So when you use to target something or target somebody as a verb, it means that's your aim. You are aiming at those people. So in this case, it was an attack. So they're trying to kill police officers, that's who they had targeted.
Right.
But if we're looking at businesses and they want to get people interested in their product, then they're going to target certain consumers with their advertising so they'll hopefully buy their products.
To target someone or to target something. 누군가를 겨냥하다 아니면 목표 삼다라는 의미로 보면 되겠습니다. The last expression was under duress.
Yeah, that's when you do something that you don't want to do because you've been threatened or coerced, threatened with violence. So this is usually used when somebody gives a false confession. They've been arrested by the police and the police are threatening them to sign something and say they did it. Even though they didn't, so then that it's used as a defense in court, right? I gave the confession under duress. The police were threatening me.
Right, so there's a threat involved.
A threat involved, and then you do something or say something that's not true, or you do something that you don't want to do.
Right, threat는 협박이죠. 그래서 협박하에 협박당하면서 뭐뭐 할 때 under duress라는 표현을 사용할 수 있습니다. 자, 이렇게 오늘 헤드라인에 나온 표현들 리뷰해봤고요. 모닝 헤드라인 익스프레션스는 오디오 어학당과 유튜브에서 무료로 다시 듣게 하실 수 있습니다.